Hi, my name is Jane Falkstranden.
And my name is Anders Mildner. And today we are launching this report, Hello Businesses Rethinking Plastics. And you will be the first ones to have a peek inside it. We are in the middle of a transition towards a circular plastics economy. And if you want to know what that transition looks like, this is the place to start. Now with us we have Joakim Brodahl, Head of Cooperation and Sales at the Keep Sweden Tidy Foundation. Welcome, Joakim.
Thank you.
So how would you describe this report, Joakim?
It is actually about the move towards a circular plastics economy. And it's the result from many companies actually that has been sharing their stories, case studies with insights and knowledge and experience from their work actually, and their movement. Everything from the need to develop new and more circular, better materials to the importance actually to create awareness among the consumers, for example.
So we find a lot of stories and initiatives in this report for inspiration for others, I guess.
Yeah, for inspirations for other companies that need to start their own journey, for example, or for inspiration to do it even better than they do today. So if I ask you who is it for, it's basically for everyone who wants to change. True. The maybe a little bit holistic perspective is that is for everyone in the society, because this is really important, of course, but foremost for companies that want to start their journey actually, because they all need to be more circular in their plastic economy. And as I said, companies that want to have more inspiration to do even better than they do today.
And why are reports like this important?
I would say it's really important because we have to discuss the possibilities it is actually to take this journey. The possibilities to do even better in their business, for example, and to fulfill the expectations they have upon them from the consumers, for example. And it's really important even to realize and discuss that it's complicated. We have to do a lot of different things to achieve the circular plastics economy. And it's so one thing is actually we need to reach out to and into the consumers' awareness. We have to discuss that, as this report is saying as well.
Well, thank you so much for coming here. Now, Jane, let's take a closer look into the report.
Yes, we have built this report around these 5 R's. This is the order that we work with to achieve the goal of a fully circular plastics economy. And you can see the companies that are mentioned in the report in this picture. The first thing we have to do is to refuse unnecessary and problematic single-use plastics.
And in the report you can read about companies doing this. For example, Vågen, a company participating in the Peak Innovation Incubator program with the aim to bring zero waste and sustainable grocery shopping to as many people as possible.
Our next step is to reduce the use of fossil-based virgin plastics.
And one company that the report mentions is IKEA. IKEA is working towards a goal of fully eliminating fossil-based virgin packaging by 2028. They are developing a packaging solution that does not glue different materials together and will therefore make the separation and recycling easier.
Our third step is to reuse and recycle plastic products and packaging.
And among other examples that the report highlights is the test of a new takeaway system by IVL, Swedish Environmental Research Institute, together with other Swedish companies to see if people are interested in using reusable coffee mugs and lunch boxes. And they are.
Our fourth and last step is to restore our oceans from plastic pollution.
And in the report you can read about companies like Ribban Beach Camp. Ribban Beach Camp hosts personal development and management programs that generate enthusiasm for sustainability and nature. They also clean up locations with high biodiversity.
With us we now have Farida Ahmadi Högfeldt, who has written the stories that Anders talked about. Welcome. Working with all the different cases in the report, was there anything that surprised you?
Yeah, I was surprised by how much potential there is. And you see it on all levels, anything from packaging to producing compounds, components, lifestyle. So there is a lot to dive into.
Yes. What more can the readers expect?
Well, they can expect to read a lot about local businesses and how they are active on a global level, but from a local area.
Great. Thank you, Farida.
Thank you.
With us we also have Christian Håkansson, who is a packaging specialist at TMR. Welcome, Christian.
Thank you.
TMR is one of the case studies in this report, and here we look at collecting and sorting soft plastics. Could you tell us more about this?
Yeah, sure. Well, TMR, to start with, we are a producer responsibility organization, meaning we support producers and brand owners in their producer responsibility obligation in to collect and recycle the packaging material that they put on the market. So that's where we come into the picture, collecting everything, out there, and then trying to recycle as much as possible. And of the plastic put on the market, approximately 40% is soft plastics. And that's one of the hardest fractions to actually recycle.
And could you tell us a bit more about this, about the problem with recycling, and if there are any new solutions to this on the market?
One of the main problems is that in the soft plastic, we use it quite a lot, for example, to food. And we want to protect the food in the best way possible, meaning we mix different types of plastic and we introduce barriers to protect from oxygen or sunlight or things like that. That makes the recycling process much harder because from a recycling point of view, we want a clean material, just one type of material and nothing else. So mixing different types becomes a problem. And furthermore, it's hard to sort the flexible packaging because they move around quite a lot. If you have just brief wind or something like that, they tend to blow away. You can't really control them in the process as such when you sort it. What we have done now is to invent or mix existing technologies in a new way to actually be able to recycle these soft plastics to some extent even without sorting them beforehand. And then making granulate that we can use for products.
And this is something that's in the use right now, or is it?
It's being built right now, actually. The machine parts are in transfer. They have arrived. We're building a facility in Northern Skåne. Machine parts are coming in right now as we speak, basically, and being put together and building the facility that will be up and running in Q3, I would say.
Yeah, and how big capacity will that have?
Well, I think we're talking to start with 15,000 tons which is quite a lot. But if we look at the long perspective, it's not enough.
No.
Definitely not.
And compared to traditional mechanical recycling, what's your view on this?
Yeah, this is sort of, we have two types of recycling. We have mechanical and we have the chemical. Chemical is the newest one, but it's a harder and more costly process. This is also a type of mechanical recycling. What we do is that we found ways to utilize a mixed material and make new plastics from the flexible fraction, so to say. So that's really the new thing here, and that we don't necessarily need to sort it beforehand. And the sorting process, which is quite often mistaken for recycling. We talk about recycling, but what we're actually discussing is how we sort it. And that's where this comes in, since we managed to take away that step to some extent.
And from a broader perspective here, are there any more kind of disruptions in the field of recycling and packaging?
There's plenty going on, so I would say yes. We'll see what becomes the big success. I think the key thing here is that we in the recycling industry and collection and all of that, we need to be able to handle the materials that our brand owners must use to put their product on the market. So there are new disruptive techniques with regards to sorting and do that in a better way. With regards to recycling and getting food approved recycled material, for example, which is a problem today.
A lot to look forward to.
I hope so.
Thank you very much for participating here. And this new report that we're talking about, it's, as you can hear, filled with a lot of inspiration. Please download it, read it, and share your thoughts with us.
And we hope that you feel inspired to continue on your journey towards a circular plastics economy.
And as a closing point, there are a few things that are central if you want to transform your business.
Yes. First, change your mindset. Then question and rethink existing behaviors, material choices, and life cycles. And at last, test your solution and get ready to scale it.
And thank you all very much for watching. Download the report and check out all the cases online, and you can listen to some of the interviews on the podcast Hello Plastic Free Oceans, and you will find all the links at our website. Thanks again for watching.